Lock-in effects work, but sometimes they border on being dirty pool. Hi everybody, my name is Greg Crable and this is my daily podcast, Something I Learned Yesterday, in which I take one issue from the world of media and publishing and try to explain it in about 3 or 4 minutes. The website theaudiencers.com comes through with another good article, this time by Lennart Schneider. It's titled Lock-in Effects, How to Make Your Subscription Irreplaceable. A lock-in effect is a way to capture a customer, and Lennart is very clear that he's not recommending all of these. Some of them sound like dark patterns. So he identifies 9. The first is ecosystem. This is like Apple versus Android or Apple versus Microsoft. People are likely to think, I've already spent all this money on Apple software. I'll lose all that if I switch. Sometimes it's a real issue, and sometimes it's just the sunk cost fallacy speaking. But in either event, it does keep people locked into a particular product. Number 2 is data. Maybe you have all your family photos in one system and it's a pain, or sometimes even impossible, to move everything somewhere else, so that would keep you in that system. Number 3 is personalization. Let's say you've been using Spotify for a long time. So you've spent all that time refining the algorithm, and it's now really good at finding stuff that you like. If you switch to another service, you'll lose all that. Number 4 is network effects. Some services become more valuable when other people use them. If all your friends use one service, or if everyone in your industry uses one service, that might keep you faithful to that service. A new service might be objectively better, but it doesn't have the right people in it. Number 5 is price guarantees. This was an interesting one. If you grandfather people in at a lower price, it gets harder each year for them to change. And he raises the example, he says the Washington Post made a guaranteed price offer for 50 years. I guess after year 20, it's probably hard to switch to another paper. Number 6 is credits. Let's say I'm tired of Audible, but I've accumulated 20 credits that I can use towards my next book. If I leave, I'll lose all of that. So that can influence you to stay. Number 7 is additional users. When a subscription is used with other people, friends, family, or colleagues, it's much more difficult to go to another service. Like, for example, if all your friends are on Meta, then maybe you feel like you have to stay with Meta. Bundling is an interesting one. That's number 8. I get Hulu for free because I have Spotify. If I cancel Spotify, I lose Hulu. Number 9 is status. Apple is the best example of this. I've been told by tech geeks that Apple's products are objectively less impressive than Android products, as a rule. But there's some sort of social cachet to having an iPhone, which I've never quite understood, but okay. Now, these are all great things to consider in terms of trying to make your subscription service irreplaceable, but there is a bit of a fine line at times between making yourself irreplaceable and being annoying. For example, making it hard for your customers to get their own data out of your platform might keep them as a customer, but not as a happy customer. So that's my thought for today. If you have any thoughts, drop them in the comment section. Otherwise, remember to visit me at crablegroup.com. And if you have any questions about your business, give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. Thanks so much.